Hi, this is Ruchi Kulkarni. Today we are going to do the play The Proposal from First Flight of Class 10th. This play is written by Anton Chekhov. The Proposal, originally titled A Marriage Proposal, is a one-act play by the Russian short story writer and dramatist Anton Chekhov. It was written in 1888-89. The play is about the tendency of wealthy families to encourage marriages with other wealthy families for economic reasons. Ivan Lomov, a long-time wealthy neighbor of Stepan Chubukov, who is also wealthy, comes to seek the hand of Chubukov's 25-year-old daughter, Natalia. All three characters of this play are quarrelsome people, and they quarrel over petty issues. The proposal is in danger of being forgotten amidst all this quarreling, but Chubukov ensures that the proposal is made, although the quarreling perhaps continues till the end. This was the introduction of the play. Today's session will be little different than always. Since this play is big and we have limited time, I am only going to summarize this play today. I will not read through and explain each line in this session. And of course, afterwards we will do significance of the title, the moral given by this play, and at the end I will flash summary in written format and question answers. Now, let's start with its author, Anton Chekhov. Anton Pavlovich Chekhov was born on 29 January 1860 in Russia. He was a Russian playwright and short story writer who is considered to be one of the greatest writers of all time. His career as a playwright produced 4 classics, and his best short stories are held in high esteem by writers and critics. His famous 4 classics are The Seagull, Uncle Vanya, 3 Sisters, and The Cherry Orchard. He was awarded with Pushkin Prize. He died on 15 July 1904 at the age of 44. Now let me summarize this play for you in short. This play actually has got 3 characters. Stepan Stepanovich Chubukov, who was a landowner, Natalia Stepanovna, who was Chubukov's daughter and was 25 years old, Ivan Vasilievich Lomov, who was Chubukov's neighbor, who was wealthy but suspicious. Now let's begin with the play. The curtain rises with Lomov entering his neighbor Chubukov's house, fully dressed up in his evening attire. Chubukov is surprised to see him well dressed and asks him the occasion. Lomov reveals that he had come to make a request. Chubukov assumes that he must have come to ask for money. Chubukov decides not to give him any money even if he asks for it. But Lomov had come to ask for Chubukov's daughter Natalia's hand in marriage. Chubukov gets filled with excitement and leaves to call Natalia. Lomov is a 35-year-old gentleman who suffers from palpitations. Palpitation is a kind of ailment wherein the heart beats very fast. He gets upset very easily and doesn't sleep well. He thinks it is the best age for him to get married, and he is happy that he has his mind made up about Natalia. According to him, Natalia is average looking and a good housekeeper as well. When Natalia arrives, Lomov begins the conversation about how grateful and glad he is that both their families are on good terms since the very beginning. While continuing to talk about this land, he somehow mentions about Oxen Meadows, which earlier was a disputed property between both these families, but now it is his. Natalia couldn't believe a word he was saying because she believes that Oxen Meadows belonged to her family. Both enter into a heated discussion and act childishly when Chubukov enters just to get the conversation more heated. They all shout and scream at each other while Lomov suffers from extreme pounding or beating of the heart, a side pull, and a numb foot. They throw Lomov out of the house and continue cursing him. They both speak ill of Lomov. Chubukov then reveals that he had come with a marriage proposal for Natalia, which surprises Natalia, and she immediately regrets sending Lomov out. She tells her father to bring him back immediately, and Chubukov curses himself on being a father of a grown-up daughter. When Lomov returns, Natalia tries to deviate to another topic and starts talking about shooting. Somehow they enter into an argument again, which involved their dogs. Natalia feels that her Squeezer is better than Lomov's Guess. Squeezer is Natalia's dog and Guess is Lomov's dog. They continue arguing when Chubukov enters the scene only to make the situation worse once again. Everyone gets hyper and Lomov finally falls due to his palpitations. Even then, the cursing continues when suddenly Natalia notices that he is unconscious. They try to get water down Lomov's throat but end up getting unsuccessful and declare him dead. It is only when Lomov moves a little bit, they feed him some water and Chubukov forcefully hands over Natalia's hands to him, gives his blessings and asks them to kiss. Lomov, still not fully conscious, doesn't understand what is going on. When he finally comes to his senses, he expresses his excitement and kisses Natalia's hands. Natalia, being childish as she is, manipulates him to accepting that Squeezer is better than Guess. But Lomov, being adamant as he is, refuses to accept it. Thus, once again, the quarreling continues. Let us now talk about the significance of its title. The play is titled The Proposal, and it is a very apt one because the whole play is about Lomov proposing Natalia. Right from the beginning to the end of the play, the story revolves around a marriage proposal. Lomov comes to Natalia's house to propose to her, but even before he does it, they both start fighting. As a result, Lomov becomes sick and leaves. Natalia's father informs her about the intention of Lomov and she starts lamenting over the loss. Lomov is called back and once again an argument ensues before proposing. Hence, we can say that the title is perfect for the play. In this play, the three main characters, Natalia, her father Chubukov, and Lomov, lose their temper on silly and trivial issues. This play explains how anger and arguments can easily ruin a relationship. Thus, to maintain a good relationship, it is important to have control over your anger. Having arguments over silly or small issues is extremely harmful and a waste of time. So it is necessary to forgive and forget after a fight. And that's the only way to maintain relationships. It's time now for summary in written and question answers related to this play. If you like to connect with me, then please show your appreciation by sharing, liking and subscribing to my channel so that you can get help from my content. Do not forget to press the bell icon as it will notify you instantly whenever I upload any video on my channel. Thank you all for everything and God bless you.